No, and girl, of course, it's easier for me to go. Just like a bar. I love
Hi, Carol, how are you? I know you're doing that reading. I heard that. I have a whole list that tells me Again. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Shabbat Shalom. It is a pleasure to welcome you here as we welcome Shabbat together, and our service this evening is led by our sisterhood. We begin as we bring in Shabbat officially as we light our Shabbat candles. Page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitzivanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechalid ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
We continue in the middle of page 6.
May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Now we turn to the middle of page 9.
We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God.
We continue as we sing the words of Ki Yesh Mera Shabbat towards the bottom of page 11. Ki Yesh Mera Shabbat El Yishmereni. Ki Yesh Mera Shabbat El Yishmereni. Oti Leom Eyad Beino Uveini. Oti Leom Eyad Beina Uveini. Ki Yesh Mera Shabbat El Yishmereni. Ki Yesh Mera Shabbat El Yishmereni. Oti Leom Eyad Beina Uveini. Oti Leom Eyad Beina Uveini. We continue as we turn to Psalm 95 on page 12.
Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai. Raise a shout for our rock and deliverer. Let us come into God's presence with praise. Let us raise a shout for God in song. For Adonai is a great God, the great ruler of all divine beings. In God's hands are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountains are God's. God's is the sea, God made it, and the land which God's hands fashioned. Come, let us bow down and kneel. Bend the knee before Adonai our Maker, for Adonai is our God. And we are the people God tends, the flock in God's care. Oh, if you would but heed God's charge this day.
We continue as we continue Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming of Shabbat, with various psalms as we continue with Psalm 96, the top of page 14.
Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, bless God's name. Proclaim God's victory day after day. Tell of God's glory among the nations, God's wondrous deeds among all peoples. For Adonai is great and much acclaimed. God is held in awe by all divine beings. All the gods of the peoples are mere idols, but Adonai made the heavens. Glory and majesty are before God. Strength and splendor are in God's temple. Together let the heavens rejoice and the earth exalt. Let the sea and all within it thunder. The fields and everything in them exalt. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy at the presence of Adonai, for God is coming. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and his peoples in faithfulness.
We turn forward quite a number of pages to a special reading for this evening, Shabbat HaMalkah, page 331.
The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. Draw near, and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace.
And we turn and welcome the Sabbath bride as we turn to the words of Lachadodi, page 20. We sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Lechadodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamur v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'letila. Lechadodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lekrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem nisucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la. Lechadodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitorari, Kivorech gumi ori, uri shir daberi, Kivod Adonai alayich nigla. Lechadodi Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. As we turn to the last verse, if we are able, we rise to welcome the Sabbath bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'tohola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. We continue with Reader's Kaddish, page 145.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba.
Amen.
Belma divrachu te v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael. Bagala, uv'izman karim. V'imru, Amen. Yeheshmei Rabba mevarach, le'olam olam me'omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei l'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'imru. Amen.
Baruch Hu is on page 146. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Continue with Mariv Aravim on the top of page 147.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kibaro ma'ariv ha'aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, u'vitvuna menashanei itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'sader et ha'kochavim, v'nishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, u'ma'adil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai Tzavot Shemo, El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mariv Aravim.
We continue responsibly on the English of page 148.
In each age, we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment, we are addressed by the world.
In each age, we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment, we stand face to face with truth.
In each age, we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch
Atah
atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchutav, Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. Because you're doing it.
Okay. You're not going to stay with Mom?
Fine.
Whenever you're ready.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בעיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
All right, Shanahan.
We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness eludes our grasp, as imperfection and evil abound.
Before our eyes, there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart. There is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learn God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, norat tehilot osefele, norat tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, okay, I am livnei Moshe. Zelianu ve'amru, Zelianu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. The middle of page 153.
Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence, we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, Apoteh Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, Yal Kol Amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim.
The Shamrus at the very top of page 154. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Before we continue with the words of the tefillah, we turn back a few pages to page 47, the section Pray As If.
Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. Prayer invites God's presence to suffice our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. In an envelope marked personal, God addressed me a letter. In an envelope marked personal, I have given my answer. Every word of one's prayer should be like a rose that is picked from a bush. One gathers rose upon rose until a bouquet is formed and can be offered to God as a beautiful blessing. God has placed abilities and challenges in our heart without regard to gender. Each of us has the duty, whether man or woman, to realize those gifts God has given.
Continue as we turn to the words of the tefillah, page 155, and continuing on the next few pages, And I once again ask you if you are able to rise. Adonai sifatai tika ufia kitehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Ha'akol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Gula Livnei B'neihem L'man Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Michayeh HaKol Atah Ram Lo'Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim B'Rofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha B'Giburot Umidom Elav Melech Remit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah Chayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kdoshim B'chol Yom Yalalucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. We continue in the middle of page 160.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Be gracious, Adonai, our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. On the next page, let our eyes behold your presence in our midst, in the midst of our people in Zion. Blessed is Adonai, whose presence renews Zion. V'techezena einenu b'shuvcha l'tzion b'rachamim. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shchinato l'tzion. We continue as we turn to the words of the Hoda'ah, the top of page 163, responsively. For the good in us which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. Towards the bottom of the page together. For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, l'cha na'eh lehodot. Shalom Rav, the prayer for peace. Page 164.
Please sing with me. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol eit u'b'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Praise to you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Amvarech et amo Yisrael Shalom. We pause for a moment of personal reflection. Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru, amen. Ose shalom bimromav, uya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru, amen. Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru, amen. Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru, amen. Julian, now I turn it over to you.
Hi, for those that don't know me, I'm Jillian Storch, and I'll be delivering your sermon tonight. So hopefully I'll try and keep it short and sweet. If you inspire a woman, you inspire a family. If you inspire enough families, you inspire a community. If you inspire enough communities, you can change the world. So to inspire women in the Jewish community is the goal of the organization Momentum. And Momentum fulfills this goal by partnering with local organizations to send groups of Jewish mothers to Israel. The mothers do have to be raising children under the age of 18. And in 2022, our local Jewish Federation made the decision to send a local group of mothers to Israel. So, and it is because of this trip that I gained a sisterhood. So to understand what this trip meant to me and how much this sisterhood I gained meant to me, I have to start from my beginning. So in 2016, I was 30 years old, and I was searching for spirituality, religion. So I had come across Judaism, and I was very interested in just because of the practices, the different rituals that are done for Shabbat, and just different occasions. So because of that, I was like, okay, like let me look into conversion. And Google was scary and made conversion seem impossible. So I was like, okay, we'll just table that. And, I just did like self-study. I didn't practice, but, I was just interested. So 2 years later in 2018, I met my now partner, Jordan. And so he told me he was Jewish. And as many of you heard the story, my response was, that's great. Can you take me to synagogue? So not the response that he expected, but of course he said, of course, let's go. So our first date was here, Shabbat service and dinner. So that we would raise him Jewish, but because it was during COVID, it was hard to meet people. So we didn't really have a community here. So when I got this email that said, hey, you can go to Israel with a group of mothers, I talked to Jordan about it, and he had known that I wanted to have my own experience with Israel because he had been there a few times, and I didn't want to go and, see it through somebody else's eyes. I wanted my own experience. So he's like, yeah, you have to go. And so even though we had a one-year-old son, who is now 2.5, he said, yeah, go. So prior to the trip, we had a few get-togethers, like meetings to get to know each other. And I walked into the first time, and I don't know anybody here. Like, there were familiar faces, Margot's always welcoming, but I didn't know anybody. So I was terrified.